What's up, guys? How you doing today? Hope y'all are doing fantastic. Today we're going to talk about unity and why it's important. So stay tuned. All right. So with what's been going on in the world lately, politically, there's been a lot of division going on in the world, and you've got the left, which is the Democrats, you've got the right, which is the Republicans, and we're just at a point in the world where you're on one side or the other. And you can't be both, and you're one side or you're the other, and if you're on this side, you hate this side. If you're on this side, you hate this side, and you can't, and there's no getting along. If you're on the other side, you're a terrorist, you're the enemy, you're whatever, you need to go. And it's just, it's really hard. It's really hard to deal with right now, because it's just, that's the way it's going, and there's not a whole lot we can do about it. But what a lot of them have been calling for, or before, I mean, now that, Trump's in office again, and they've got Elon Musk, is they're kind of going through the spending, and they're seeing a bunch of fraud and a bunch of, misspending of our tax dollars. We've been paying taxes on so much, which is, another video for another time probably, but basically we get taxed for everything. I mean, I'm surprised we even get to keep any of our money by the time we're done paying taxes. We pay taxes to make money when we earn it. We pay taxes when we spend it. We pay taxes to own money. We pay taxes when we die. We pay taxes when, to own businesses. We pay taxes for everything. I mean, it's ridiculous. But yet our country is still trillions of dollars broke, and it keeps, and our debt keeps getting worse. I mean, it's like, where's all this money going? It obviously can't be going to pay off this debt like it's supposed to be, because with all the money we pay in taxes, we should have had that debt paid off years ago. So Trump got elected by a considerable margin. It was technically considered a landslide by the Electoral College, and and he won the popular vote too. So it was agreed upon by a majority of the country to elect Donald Trump, and he's kind of appointed, whatever you want to call it, Elon Musk to do the auditing, and they're finding a bunch of fraud. They're finding where this money's been going, and it's been causing a big divide in our country. I mean, the divide's been going on for a long time. The Democrats, the left, the liberals, they've been doing it for a while, and it's like they call for unity, but yet it seems like all they want is if we don't believe what they believe, we're ignorant, we're brainwashed, we're stupid, we're uneducated, we're just cult followers, cult leader followers, dictator followers, Hitler, Nazis, or whatever. If we don't agree with them, that's what we are. And they can't seem to have a reasonable conversation. I'll get on to some of these Facebook posts, and which I don't even know why I get on Facebook, because it's all the same thing, but I'll get onto them, and I'll start having conversations with, or try to have conversations with them, and they'll spew off something, and then I'll come in and I'll say something that's, logical, with facts and with information and with what I think are good arguments. And then all they come back and say is, well, you're just an idiot. You just listen to Fox News. And to be honest with you, I don't really watch Fox News much either. Basically how I do it, how I get my information. Like a few days ago, the President Trump had his State of the Union. It wasn't really a State of the Union technically, but it was a State of the Union address. It was the address to the joint session of Congress, or whatever they called it. But I listened to it, my own ears, watched it on the TV, and then I got on and started watching some of the rebuttals, some of the talks about it. I checked the news, see what they had to say. Fox pretty much seemed like they saw what I saw. They heard, and they, and then I got onto like some of the other ones, CNN, and it's like, he didn't say that. They're telling me what he said and how he said it and how everything was lies, but it's like, he didn't even say that. Those words never came out of his mouth. So how can you, so it's all this whole time that the left's been calling the right, has been censoring the right because of misinformation. But it's like, I watched the speech and this is what I got out of it. And then I watched Fox and they seem to say the same thing that Trump said. But then I watched something else and they're like twisting his words. And it's like, no, he didn't even say that. That's not even close to what he said. And that's the way they are. But yet they're calling us the ones that are misinformed and delivering misinformation, and we're the bad ones, we're the evil, we're the ones that are delivering all the hate, but yet all they can do is call us stupid. So, but unity basically is we just need to agree to disagree, because we're not going to agree. There's no way both sides are going to agree with each other. Me personally, I lean a little bit more to the right. It's not really all the big picture. They're not much better than the left. They're both, they're both a different wing on the same bird. It's all the same thing. They're all the same. They're all in it for themselves. They're all in it for basically themselves. And, they don't care about anybody else. So I kind of I believe some of what the left says, and I believe what some of the right says. So it's the thing is you got to get the both sides of the story. See, I'm a firm believer there's at least two sides to every story. And some of this side is truth, and some of this side is truth. Some of this side is bullcrap, and some of this side is bullcrap. You just got to take the truth out of both sides and figure it out. But when it's like, we're right, you're wrong, we're right, you're wrong, and that's all there is to it, then that's when the fighting comes. And it's, but the left, they've been calling for unity. We need to have unity. We need to have unity. And they've been saying that the right doesn't want unity. They're so divided. They're dividing the country. And I'm not advocating for either side. They're both, like I said, it's both sides. They both are the same way. This side is not going to agree with this side, and it doesn't matter. But what we got to do, we just got to, like I said, we just got to agree to disagree. I mean, regardless, right, left, you're not going to agree. I'm not going to agree. Cool. We can still be civil. We can still be a nation. We can still, big picture, we're all fighting for the same thing. We all want to be safe. We all want the wars to end. We all want to be happy. We all want to be, have good financial stability. We all want security. We all want the same thing. All in all, it's just you want it a little differently than we want it a little differently. What's up? Sorry to interrupt your video, but I just wanted to show you this little thing that I've got. I wanted to kind of show you some of the equipment I use and some of the gear I use. I'm not sponsored by these guys at all. This is a SOG. It's the Tellus. It's a really good knife. It's fairly lightweight and it's very, very sturdy. It stays sharp really well. Like I said, I'm not sponsored by these guys at all, nor am I affiliate with these guys. They're not paying me to say anything about this, but it's a very, very, very good knife. I use it a lot. I mean, you can tell I haven't used it a ton, but I've got my EDC knives, but it's a very quality, very sturdy knife. Comes with a Kydex sheath. The clip isn't the best, but just want to show you I am an Amazon affiliate to these. So if you do want one, I'll leave a link below to it. But again, I'm not affiliated by these, nor do I sell them or anything like that. I just leaving you a link to Amazon. If you want one, it's an excellent knife. And if you buy one off that link, you get a good, solid, budget-friendly knife. And you're helping me out with a few pennies. If you feel up for it. If not, that's cool. I just wanted to show you kind of some of the gear I use and give you the opportunity to buy it. I am poor man's preparedness, so I do stuff that doesn't cost so much. This actually was in a one of them subscription boxes like Tac Pack or something. So it actually, costed me whatever the box costed, but like I said, keep it short. There is a link below to an affiliate Amazon if you want one. Again, I'm not sponsored. They're not paying me anything to say this. They're not, I don't sell these. I don't have a store that sells these or anything like that. Just an Amazon affiliate. If you buy one, you get a good quality knife at a reasonably decent price. And you're helping me out with a few pennies. So it's a win-win. So anyway, appreciate you. Get you back to your show now. But it goes with everything in life. It's not just politics. It's everything. There's no getting away from it. Like Ford, Chevy, Dodge. There's all these different things. And Ford sucks, Chevy's the best. No, Chevy sucks, Ford's the best. And they can't agree, or they can't agree to disagree. I being a mechanic for pretty much my whole adulthood life. Honestly, they all suck. They all have their own set of problems, and, it's just a matter of what problems are you more okay with. They both have goods, they both have bads, they all have, it doesn't really matter. You're going to get, like I've always told people, when it comes to cars, If you're going to buy a new car, brand new car, it doesn't matter what kind of car you buy, brand new, you take care of it, it's going to last you forever. It's going to last you forever. Doesn't matter if it's Ford, Chevy, Dodge, Toyota, Honda, piece of junk, whatever. It doesn't matter. If you buy a car brand new and you take care of it, it doesn't matter what kind of car it is, it's going to last you pretty much forever. But the same goes for if you buy any car, Ford, Chevy, Dodge, Honda, Toyota, whatever, and don't take care of it, it's going to be a pile of junk in no time. And it doesn't really matter what car you buy. Again, it doesn't matter. Why can't we just agree to disagree? We all like cars. We all, it's... And then if you want to talk EV, that's a totally different story. And not going to get into that this time, but still, we can still, instead of just agree to disagree, vegan and non-vegan. Goods about vegetables and non-meat. There's goods about meat, I know a lot of the vegans are just anti-killing of animals over meat's not good for you. A lot of meat's good for you. But it's more of the animal cruelty is why they go vegan. Not necessarily. I mean, some people have different reasons. I'm just the way I see it. They both have good arguments. They both have bad arguments. Music. If everybody liked country music, there would be no reason to have rap music. There'd be no reason to have rock and roll music. There would be no, so it's, everybody's different. And that's the thing. It's everybody's different. Everybody likes different things. Everybody's been calling for unity, unity and diversity. Diversity, everybody's different. But unity, how do you bring the two together? Because diversity is, you can't just say diversity in race and ethnicity. You've got to think of diversity in everything. If you want diversity, you've got to basically expect diversity out of everything. Every single little thing, you've got to be able to plan on diversity. You've got to be able to agree to disagree. McDonald's, you may hate McDonald's. Some people may love McDonald's. Burger King, you may hate Burger King. Some people may love Burger King. You may love Carl's Jr., but other people hate Carl's Jr. That's diversity. You've just got to accept people for their opinions. And if you can't get along, then just whatever. Just you go your way, you go your way. Don't threaten people. You're just uneducated. I've been called uneducated lots of times on Facebook. People don't even know me, but look, I'm obviously, I don't think it's a non-educated thing. And it goes in the prepper community, people that are on the same side too, people that are supposedly on the same side. It's the same thing, with guns. Glock's the best. Everything else sucks compared to Glock. If it's not a Glock, you throw it in the garbage. I can assure you that is a false statement. I don't care what you say. You may like Glock, and that's cool. You like Glock. Some people don't like Glock. Does that make them an idiot? No. Pretty much every gun manufacturer, you buy a gun, it's going to be a good gun. I mean, maybe with the exception of High Point, you buy a gun from any manufacturer and it's going to be just as good as any other gun you buy from any manufacturer. I mean, people say Springfield sucks. Well, the only reason they think Springfield sucks, it's not quality of the gun. It's because of the company did something stupid. So because of that, Springfield sucks. Springfield's garbage. Their guns aren't garbage. They still make good guns. A lot of other preppers talk about gear. Same way, gear. You gotta buy the good quality gear. Well, you can get good quality budget gear. Yeah, it may not, just because you paid $200 for a knife and I only paid $50 for mine doesn't necessarily mean mine's not going to get the job done. Yours may hold an edge better. Yours may be easier to sharpen, yours whatever, but that doesn't mean mine's not going to get the job done. If I buy a budget knife, I'm poor man's preparedness, so it's like I'm on a very tight budget. I can't go out and afford $200 knives all the time, or whatever. I can't afford all the best equipment. I've got to buy the cheap stuff, and if it's legit junk, that sucked. I've wasted my money on that one. It looks like I got to buy another one. And I get the fact of buy once, cry once. I totally understand that. That's, but really though, I could buy two. I could throw one in a bag and use one, see how good it is. And if it's good, hey, I've got a brand spanking new one in my bug out bag. I bought two. I've got one that I haven't even used yet. This one I'm using and testing out, making sure it's quality. And if it's good, if it gets the job done, if it does a good job, and then I've got a brand new one because I know it's going to last at least this long. So I know at least what I've got in the bag. If you just buy one, then you're using it, then you've either got to buy another one to put in your bug out bag, or you've got to throw something else in your bag because you're using this one, and it's just, what do you, it goes to say, it's it's everything in the whole world. You know, if everybody was the same, the world would be a boring place. If we all walked down the same streets every day, we all drove the same path to go to work, we all ate at the same fast food place, we all shot the same gun, we all ate the same food, this world would be a boring place. Like, seriously, we've got to agree to disagree. And that's basically in a nutshell what unity is. It says me. That's my definition of unity is agree to disagree. You know, there's an official definition is, you know, to be as one or something like that, as many different parts as one unit or something to that effect. I looked it up a while ago, but it doesn't matter. What my definition is basically, as far as people are concerned, unity, just agree to disagree, because it's not going to, depending on the unity, it's not going to happen. There's no way you can get the unity you want. You're just going to have to accept the fact that other people have other opinions, even if it is misinformation. Let's just say I'm spreading misinformation. If I'm spreading misinformation, whatever, I believe it. Instead of calling me stupid or throwing a fit, or just walk away. Just whatever. You believe what you want, but walk away. You know, don't worry about it. It's just whatever. You know, you don't need to start anything. You don't need to, just move on. Anyway, that's the video for today. Appreciate y'all. Love you. Let's work together on this unity thing. I mean, just because they don't agree with you doesn't mean you can't be at least civil with each other. That's the thing, is you don't necessarily have to be friends, but at least be civil with each other. Just because they don't agree with you is no reason to hate somebody. And that goes both ways. Again, I'm not pointing fingers at either side. I'm pointing fingers at you and you. You and you. It doesn't really matter. It goes across the board. No one's better than anybody else. Everybody's the same way. Everybody, you know, nobody can get along. That's the problem, is nobody can agree right anymore. And you're either on this side or you're on this side. And that's it. You know, if one person slips off, then this group gets mad and, you know, runs you off, and, you know, and that's just the thing. And again, advice of get both sides of the story, and then come up with your own conclusions and your own thing. And because you never know, you might have some things that you might actually be able to have a conversation with the other side with. Yeah, you know, you may like guns and they may hate guns. Well, that's obviously not something you're going to ever agree on. But you could agree on something else. You could be like, you know what? I kind of see what you're coming from here, but here's where I'm coming from. And maybe you can, you know, have at least a decent conversation about that. If it's something that is just going to like, no guns, yes guns, no guns, yes guns, then you may as well just not even bother talking about that. Talk about something else. Yeah, I had a guy at my work, my previous job, that he didn't vote for Trump. He didn't like Trump. He wasn't a Trump fan. I mean, but we talked all the time. He worked right next to me, and we got talking politics once or twice, and it got a little heated. And so we thought, you know what? Okay, politics isn't for us to talk about. So we didn't talk about politics anymore. We talked about cars. We talked about life. We talked about other things. You know, he knew I voted for Trump, and I know he didn't, and we both had different views about certain things, and, you know, it is what it is. But we had decent conversations. I could actually probably call him my friend. Go figure. Anyway, again, let's just try and actually have unity. Let's try and figure this out, because it's only going to get worse if we don't. You know, I know it's, you know, preaching to the choir here, but it's only going to get worse if we don't figure this out. And that's both sides. You know, let's try to have meaningful conversation. Let's agree to disagree. Anyway, that's the video. Start rambling again. Once I get on a tangent, I just ramble, and, you know, but anyway, that's the video. Appreciate y'all. Links below for whatever links are down there. If there's anything you know, donation links, whatever. At the time of the recording, the channel's demonetized, but it's coming. We're going to be getting remonetized here pretty soon, but at this particular time, it's not. So there's some donations down below if you feel like it. I'm not, you know, no pressure to do that. That's just if you feel like you got value out of this and you want to donate to the channel, so help me grow, then awesome. I mean, we are a family, so let's treat each other as such. And anyway, subscribe if you feel like it. You know, do the stuff. Appreciate y'all. Love you. See you in the next one.